Do not speak to me loudly.
Yeah.
I am offended by loud voices. I was raised now. If you hear my mommy speak, my mommy can't even hear what she's saying. She's always thinking she's whispering.
Where do you come from then, Debbie?
Hi guys, and welcome to Journey Without Borders. This is a conversational piece where we discuss the beauty of courage meeting faith. We will engage with my family and friends, my squad really, about life experiences, the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows, the fun stuff, and the not so fun stuff. Feel free to join in the conversation in the comments. Please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for the me in you, or the you in me, or whichever comes first.
Welcome back to our channel, Journey Without Borders. Today we're doing something different and we're talking to you about something very, very, very interesting. So I've got Debbie here, I've got Victoria here. You can see we are less in numbers today. Jocelyn is not here with us. She's on holidays, and Alberta enjoying in the UK. Paula has left us. By the time you'll be actually watching this video, I'll be back because I'm actually going tonight. Yes, so guys, let's dive in.
All right, so guys, today, what is this called again? Tell me.
Mukbang.
Okay, I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that, but anywho, it is where's the origin of this thing?
I think it's Korean.
Right. So while we're eating and talking, guys, today we are going to spend some time to just talk about red flags. What are red flags? What does red flags look like? Because sometimes a lot of us can see red flags and think they're green and yellow and pink and every other color besides red. So we want to talk about red flags in relationships. What are some indicators of red flags that you think, ladies?
I think before you watch this video on red flags, you need to go back and watch our video on relationship. You know, please go back. If you haven't watched that video, go and watch that video first before watching this. But I want us to make a disclaimer actually before watching. And the disclaimer is whatever we say here about red flags in relationships really applies to what we think, what we feel, what our perceptions are, and our lived experiences are. That doesn't necessarily mean that it applies to everyone, because what might be a red flag for me might be a green flag for you, and what's a green flag for you might be a red flag for me. So we are just actually talking about our own opinions
and our experiences.
If it applies to you, fine, but you don't necessarily have to take exactly what we are saying. But we just want to share with you our thoughts about red flags in relationships.
Guys, as you can see, this is a no makeup day.
Yeah, absolutely no makeup.
Yeah, really a chill day. We're not wearing makeup. We just want to have it, take it easy.
Yeah.
All right, so we were saying, what are red flags to you guys?
So for me, I think it's very important because, like, as we said in our previous videos, we're all very independent women. We earn our own finance. We can look after ourselves. We take care of ourselves. So for me, if I'm dating someone, I'm not necessarily looking for someone who can look after me. But at the same time, I would like to feel like a woman. I wouldn't want to feel that the person has come to take advantage of me. So my own red flags, I think, would be like, if I go on a date, do we split the bill? Which I think sometimes you should, but there's once in a while, I think it's important for the man to take you out and spoil you, and you not necessarily have to feel, oh, this is a very expensive restaurant, I need to split the bill or pay for it. I think for me, I feel that even though I am independent, I want to feel like a man can look after me as well and not there to take advantage of me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
For me, a red flag would be when I doubt something. I have a challenge with people talking to me loud. And I mean, I've always said that I'm a teacher and I'm loud enough for everybody around me. I don't need for anybody to be talking to me and shouting at me. That for me, in any relationship, whether it be friends, family, or partner, if you start to talk to me very loud, then I realize that this is not the environment for me, and I have to just take it a notch down or just walk away entirely, and I have no issues with the gift of goodbyes. I mean, I do have that.
We know that. We know that, baby.
I don't. I will quickly cut you off, get my scissors, and I just snip and go. So for me, one of the worst things you could ever do is try to talk to me very, very loud, or try to disrespect me in public. And for me, I don't give a second chance for that. It's like a non-negotiable for me. If you try to disrespect me, expect that to be a goner, and I'm done. Mariama, what are yours?
So for me, when I'm talking about red flags in relationship, I go back to remind us all about the nature's first law, which is self first. So if you have that gut feeling that you are dating someone and you are in a relationship, but something is not right, your instinct is telling you something is not right. Definitely something is not right. That is a red flag. If you are constantly doubting the relationship, you're constantly not having trust. You can't trust the person you are in a relationship with. Your gut feelings are telling you otherwise. That is a red flag.
Yeah.
So ladies, watch out. For me, I take that really, really very, very seriously, what my instinct tells me. The other red flag I would want to talk about is emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail. You can't be in a relationship with somebody who always makes you feel less of yourself, who always makes you feel you are doing the wrong thing. He or she is perfect and stuff like that. So emotional blackmail is something that's very, very, very draining. Sorry, excuse me, guys, in a relationship. So I'll talk about those two for now.
Yeah. There are so many red flags, and sometimes when you're younger, because we do know we have people who are much younger than we are, you're watching us. Sometimes when you're younger, you tend to allow certain things to slide. I mean, for us, we're older, been there, done that, get the t-shirt. We are not going to be tolerating the foolishness. The minute you see it, we step. But guys, there are so many indicators, the way people treat you, because you must know what it is about yourself that you will tolerate certain kind of nonsense. And if somebody is just talking to you loudly, disrespecting you, try to give you that hype, they're the most important person in the room all the time, you need to know that this is not somewhere I need to be. Because if you are with somebody, that person must feel you must have a sense of covering. My thing is, and will always be, I will never ever be with somebody that does not cover me. And cover me, when I mean cover me, I mean you cover me socially, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, physically. If you are not going to be somebody who covers me, then that is for me a big red flag. And a lot of times we do that. We tolerate oh, he's a nice guy, oh, he didn't mean this, and we find to justify whether a nice guy, nice girl, whomever, because we have men who watch us too. So you have to choose you, and you have to understand that when you see certain things and look for the indicator, anything that Mariama says, anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, anything that makes me feel uncomfortable, and I have to think about it and I go to my bed and it's still on my mind, that's a red flag. And I act on it. And it's important for you to understand that I'm important, I'm valued, I'm enough. And a lot of times we feel that, whether you're younger, you want to have the babies, or you want to have the family, you want to have the picket fence,
and the
you want to have the night, right? And you want to keep up with the Joneses. You have to know that, a lot of things happen behind closed doors, and we don't know people because we're not in people's relationship. We can only speak from our experience. But I am not one of those who want to keep up with no Jones. And I will not be tolerating the disrespect. I think I was raised that kind of way, probably because I had so many uncles. Because I was growing up, I know I have 7 uncles, right? So I was raised in a way where I knew in my household that disrespect is never to be tolerated.
Respect, in a relationship
is paramount.
It is very, very paramount. I'm telling you, And you also have some people are very possessive in relationships. If you're in a relationship wherein the next partner, whether a man or a woman, is really, really very, very possessive, that's something you need to watch out for.
Yeah.
That's a very, very, very key red flag, So there are lots of red flags out there.
Can I also say, for me, I think if you're not sure about something in a relationship and you're with someone, whether it be your best friend, your partner, if that person is for you they will make you feel comfortable about that situation.
At all times.
But if that person is not for you, and I think maybe it will be a really significant red flag, is that if the person is like, well, that's what I said it, and that's it, and doesn't do anything to put your mind at ease, I think that's a very important red flag. Because anyone that cares about you will make sure you feel comfortable.
And sometimes people want to tell you what to wear. Oh, you don't look good in that, and you know from her to heaven, you know, that you look good in this thing.
Yes.
And this person comes to say, why are you wearing that? That's a little bit too tight. That's too big. You know, all this level of disrespect. I said no. But having said all of this though, guys, at some point in our lives, we saw the red flags, you know.
Yeah.
we stayed and we made excuses. So we're not going to say that, oh, we saw a red flag and we ran away, because that would be the furthest thing from the truth.
Yeah.
Because God knows that would be a lie. We see the red flags and sometimes we tolerated them. What are some red flags, guys, that you have ever seen and you still tolerate
share
it?
with us.
Can I please say something as well? I think, you know, like some people, you never know the true heart of a person. But for me, I trust these ladies. Like, they're my family here. So if one of them was to point out something to me, I'm not saying that I'm going to listen to them or follow them to a T, but I will listen. I will listen and try and see what they're trying to say. You know, because I know they love me. I know they have my best interest at heart. And for them to point it out is something they're concerned about. And because I know they love me, I will listen. It doesn't mean I'll do what they're saying, like, oh, you know, they'll never tell me to leave anyone anyway. Because, you know, but they will give me their opinion. And I think it's important to listen to that opinion. Take what you want from it, you know, but I trust these ladies, so.
Secrecy is another red flag. Ladies and gentlemen, secrecy. Of course, we all have some secrets, but if you find someone you're in a relationship with, especially if you're living together and they've always got something that is a surprise to you, that is a red flag.
That is a big hole.
It is a red flag. Of course, there are certain things in a relationship that couples or boyfriend and girlfriend need to actually share together as a team.
And as a matter of
But
fact,
if you're hiding it, no.
I think if you say someone is your partner, you should be sharing
as a
important
matter of fact,
information.
and then and a good thing for me is that somebody tells me something that I would not have known. You know what I'm saying? I would know that whatever that particular thing is, I wouldn't have known that unless, and I'm not asking you for things, but you're volunteering information to give to me. There's a sense of security that and you want to be in a relationship with somebody who feels secure enough to share another side of their lives with you, or you are able to share certain things and everything is not a secret. And if you're with somebody who you can't share your deepest, darkest insecurity with, that's a red flag.
It is.
That's a red flag. But like we said earlier, we have been in situations and we saw the red flags. Whether we were in high school, whether we were in college, whether we were in our first work job, or whether it's church or whatever, sometimes we literally,
or even friendships.
Even in friendships.
I read something the other day about this girl, and what she was saying is that she had a best friend, right? And the minute she got a good promotion at work, her best friend started telling people that she stepped her way to the top.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
That's common.
But the worst part of all of that, is that the girl was contemplating whether she needs to leave the job so she can save her friendship. Girl, are you crazy? That's no reason to keep that. That girl is done. That relationship is done.
That's not your friend.
That relationship is done. So I mean, that is more than a red flag. That is a bright light flickering red in your face, flicker, and you just refuse to take that. Oh, it's true. That's all is that. That's like terrible. Alert, run. And sometimes we do that. Sometimes we want, because you sit down there, you question yourself, so, I wonder if I should have done this. I coulda, shoulda, woulda. We do that a lot of times when we see the red flags. Girl, run. You don't want to be in a situation with anybody who, because if you have risen to a different high and your friend can't celebrate you, or your partner can't celebrate you, or family members can't celebrate you, red flag.
Cut them off.
Yeah, cut and go.
Cut them off.
Yes,
if you are in a relationship or you have a friend who hasn't got a vision, who doesn't think about anything progressive in the future, I don't think that person is for you. I mean, you don't necessarily have to have the same vision, but at least have common goals, you know, have aims. Let them have their own aims. Let them have something that they're looking forward to, and you have yours. But if you just have friends or you're in a relationship with people who just think about that moment,
the present,
that is a red flag.
Yeah.
Another thing, in our 40s, in your 20s, you can marry potential and you can date potential.
Yeah. Yes.
In this day and age, what kind of potential could I be dating?
No.
What kind of potential? What could be so wrong with me that I would want to date potential? Because if you're in your 40s, running on 50, chasing it like Usain Bolt, why would I want to marry somebody who has a potential? No, he's going to be a good man tomorrow. No, he's
Always
going to be
making excuses.
Yeah, and then when you go to, and if you, another thing, guys, another red flag is that when you go to like a family gathering, you constantly have to apologize for this person. You have to apologize. Either he's over there on his phone, he's not interacting with your friends or family, and you constantly have to find excuses, and you're making up so people realize that like everybody has this big thing in front of you, and you see green when everybody else see red.
Yeah.
So you know that again, there's so many things that, but at the end, like Mariam said, choose you.
Yeah.
It's all about making decisions that you know. Would you, if you are parents, you could think of, would I want my child to be in this situation? Would I want, you know, what kind of example it is that I'm setting for my child? If my child sees this, is this okay for my child to see me? I mean, just existing, because in the end of the day, that's pretty much what you're doing. You're not living, you're existing, because you're living in somebody's shadow, and somebody who's ready to trample you emotionally, physically. And I feel though that sometimes when we ignore these red flags, one thing leads to another. One thing leads to another, because the ultimate is that they're gonna be physical with you. So if they start talking to you loud, oh Lord, don't try me. Do not speak to me loudly. I am offended by loud voices. I was raised now. If you hear my mommy speak, my mommy, you can't even hear what she's saying. She's always eating.
Where do you come from, then, Debbie?
Probably my daddy's side of family. But I'm telling you, or the teacher in me. But yeah, my parents were like very, very quiet people. I'm not coming from any home where anybody shouting at each other and being all wild. No, we don't. No, we don't. So I shall not be taking anybody try to talk to me loud. You realize that the X is on you, and you're a goner. So whether you are my friend, family, potential partner, you're gonna be, because it's just something that triggers me. You know what I'm saying? It's something, and you need to know what are your triggers and stop making excuses for things that are in fact your triggers, and you're tolerating them still. So guys,
I think also that everyone has lived experiences.
Yeah.
Like for me, my trigger is definitely financial, because I have lived it, and I don't want to be in that situation where it's going to be a financial issue again.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think everyone has different triggers. But for me, if you shout, I'll be like, don't speak to me like that again. But it won't be an ex. So that's what, when Mariama comes in, when she'll say, individually, it's different for every person.
Yeah.
And also the other thing I was going to say, yes, I did say to you, like, listen to what your girls have to say, but have someone you trust.
Accountability partner.
Yeah. I just feel that not everyone who pretends to be for you is really for you.
Yeah.
Sometimes your relationship can be something they want theirs to be, and there's a slight jealousy element into, that goes into it. So just be careful with who you choose to kind of listen to. That's why I said to you, always listen. You don't have to do what they say, but if you think you trust that person enough, listen to them, and then do what you think is best for you. Yeah.
Choose you. At the end of the day, you have to choose yourself.
I can choose me a million times. For as long as I'm alive, I will choose me a million times.
Absolutely. Again, know what your triggers are. Know what is good for you. Know what works for you. And at the end, choose you. So guys,
be vigilant.
Yes.
Be very, very vigilant, in a relationship.
So guys,
also, can I say, Debbie actually forced me to do this video without any makeup on, stuffing my face.
You still look beautiful, my dear. You are
young,
beautiful.
gifted, and black.
I've just come from work. I'm exhausted.
And I'm on my way
To the airport.
To the airport.
But
But
we
you know,
love
that's
her.
what sisterhood
We
does.
love her.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to leave Alcott today to the airport, and these ladies can just not leave me to go in peace.
No.
They said we have to do this video
Mhm.
before I leave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I might catch some of you at the airport. You
Oh
never
no,
know.
you just never know.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what, like we talk about sisterhood, and that's what it is. We have each other's back.
But
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was really busy today, but I have to make time for
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they've always been there for me.
Yeah.
So definitely I have
Family.
to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
We are family, you know, we
Yeah.
are sisters.
And no
So
red
when
flags
they say to
around
me,
here.
Yeah,
No
we
red
have
flags. No red flags.
No. In this relationship, no red
No,
flags.
you know what? I really love these ladies because a lot of times they've called me out. You know, with certain situationships, you
Yeah.
know, they've called me out. I'm not talking only about relationship, but in my work life, in my social life, you know, even with church. The other
Yeah.
day, Mariama was calling me out. She was like, "You're always moaning about to go to because in Qatar, you park somewhere, you have to walk really a long distance, and it's hot. Sometimes the temperatures go up to 45, and you have to walk to get to church." And she was like, "You're always moaning about walking to get to church, but think about what God has done for you."
Absolutely.
You know, so
Yeah.
I actually listened. I know I was like, Mariama, leave me alone, you know. But it's good you have people like that call you out, you know. So yes, I love these girls.
We love you right back, my darling.
And I'm gonna miss you, but I'll see you in the next week or so.
Yeah.
Debbie, I'll see
We
you.
will make a
at the end
video.
of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll do more videos
Yeah.
before these lots come back.
No, but
Don't
you know
worry.
what? We will do a shoot, like a quickly hello. This is
Yeah.
from London.
Yes.
Because I think there'll be 4 of us there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
there'll be
4 of
4 of
us.
us there in the next couple of weeks.
And Paula needs to do one from Jamaica.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
We
and
can just
and I'll do one
put
from
all
here.
of them
Yeah.
together. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
And
you
that's
see,
the
family doesn't have to always be on the same continent.
Mhm.
One can be in the Middle East, Europe,
Exactly.
America, Asia, wherever, but we're still family.
And we know what the red flags are. We pick them up and we, you know,
Yeah.
like Victoria says, Mariam, I called her out about church the other day.
Yeah.
And we are good at that. We call out each other all the time.
And we respect each other's
Yeah.
views
Yeah.
about things, but
Yeah.
when is the fact, we say the fact.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be that you have to listen to what we
No,
say. Like
yeah.
I didn't even realize that it meant a lot
It
to
is.
Victoria.
It is, until I said it now.
I told
Yeah.
her off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said, why are you always mourning about coming
Yeah.
to church?
Yeah.
It's just 1.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got a whole 7 days you
Yeah.
know, to do whatever you
She
can.
did.
I never really even thought that that's something she reflected on. But yes, that
Those
is
are the
it. That's
people you
what
need
the
in your
sisterhood
life.
is for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, guys, I think we'll be
We're wrapping up now, guys.
wrapping up. Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Tell us topics that you want to talk on.
Yes.
'Cause
We need to hear
yeah.
from you guys. You know,
So-
we are here for you. So you tell us what you want us to discuss, and we'll
Oh,
try
definitely.
our best
Yeah.
to discuss those
Yeah.
issues. But be rest assured that the content we'll give to you.
She's
So
a
just
sensible
continue
one.
liking, subscribing, commenting,
Sharing,
sharing,
the
and pressing
notification.
that post notification
Yeah.
bell,
That's it.
so you'll be notified whenever we post.
Yeah.
Okay. Till then.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, guys, and remember, and always remember to look out for those red flags.
Yeah.
So it's all about the red flags. Know what your triggers are, and do whatever it is that you need to do to remain safe. So until then, guys,
Peace.
peace out.